Welcome back, Syndicate members. On today's show, we won't be doing another independent comic book review. Instead, we'll be reviewing my buddy, Paulo, Mammoth Syndicate historian, and a question mark wrapped inside of Enigma.
How you guys doing?
Welcome to the show, Paulo.
Thank you, guys.
Now, many of you might not know, but Paulo's actually been with me with the Mammoth Syndicate since we started, all the way back in 2008. Back then, I was a shitty artist, so I can't... So Paulo, really showed me the ropes on what to actually do properly to orchestrate this plan.
But we did it together.
So I guess we met at our job. Yeah, it was a local cable company in Central Florida. Not really much more to say about that, but. So what ended up happening is I got transferred to Paulo's team, and he had all of these amazing drawings of Batman, Green Lantern,
the Predator.
Yeah. And I was developing Joppa City at the time. I didn't really have more than just a synopsis, but I let you read that.
Yeah. So we collaborated, we put our minds together, and we created a character. You gave me the idea of what you might want the characters to look like, and I tried my best to bring it up.
Well, you did a lot more than that, though, because, well, for example, Amon, the cowboy gunslinger, his bracer that shoots lightning was created by you.
Yeah, was it?
Well, I think originally it was just a piece of jewelry.
That's right, yes.
That you put on his wrist, and then we developed that into the lightning bracer that's currently there.
Yeah. That worked out pretty well.
And then you came up with the Pope design.
Yes, which we have to probably redo again soon.
Yeah.
The atmosphere has changed, the world has changed. I think it's time for us to date some characters, not too much, because we want to keep that original concept, but just a little bit, because we've come along.
Well, the art definitely.
Yeah, that's for sure. Both of us.
Because Kung Fruit #1 is nothing to send home.
It's a classic.
It's classic art.
Classic is classic. It's where it all started. It's how we see the growth of that sport.
Right, definitely.
So, classic is
so after I ended up leaving the cable company, from there is when the web comic really started to take off, because I had more time to devote to it, and then I was leaning on you pretty heavily for a lot of character designs.
Yeah.
Which you definitely fulfilled pretty successfully.
Yeah, I hope so. I've had a lot of ideas and not a lot of time, especially on my end. I wish I could have provided more time, but it's where we're headed now.
Well, what's your favorite character to draw?
Honestly, I would say, but the character I've drawn the most is Aiden. Right? He's fun, but he's hard to draw. Because he has so many different aspects of who he is,
and he's not symmetrical.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, his origin and his appearance are kind of like on the opposite spectrum of things. So you have to kind of try to design him. But my favorite, I think, to probably draw is honestly, I don't know. I love drawing Betty and Boop, and I love drawing all the characters from but Mookie is probably the most interesting. She's probably the most interesting because she's very dynamic. You don't know if she. I don't know. When I see her, I think of multiple personalities for some reason. She could be an angel 1 minute and completely off the rails. You know what I mean? So I think we've redesigned her more than any character.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially the headpiece.
Yeah.
The headpiece was polka dotted, now it has the stripe.
And with the stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she also has a combination of MMA gloves or boxing gloves.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of variety with me.
Yeah.
But I think that my favorite character that you've drawn is the Lilith character that was standing in front of the werewolf.
That was cool, right?
Yeah, the one
Yeah.
that we use for the banner shows.
That was cool. There's a new one I did with Lilith that I didn't finish, but I think the way I drew her is probably my favorite that I've ever drawn of Lilith. That one is cool though. I love that one. I love that one, and I love the original concept for Children of the 12, like that. You know? But that's pretty cool. I didn't know you that was your favorite. I never knew that.
Well, I could stare at that six-pack for hours.
Never knew that. That's pretty
Like the detail work on that one is pretty amazing. So it definitely makes a good show piece.
Yeah.
That's the one that catches people's eyes across the room for sure.
I want to redo that. Definitely, I should redo that, especially with the style that I have now, which I think it's more anatomically correct and it's more realistic. You know what I mean? I think it would work really well.
Well, I don't know if it could be more realistic because, in my opinion, you have the best anatomy work for sure. I mean, even when you draw like a monster,
Yeah.
the anatomy work and the bone structure and the muscle structure, it's all there. You literally draw it from the bones and then you flesh it out all the way to a full creature. Whereas I do it the opposite way. I start with the finished product and then I try to figure out the anatomy after.
Yeah, that's actually what I try to do. I try to build it from the bone. So when I try to do my cross hatching real quick with my lines, I'm actually looking at the bone structure, and then from then on, I'm adding the body parts to go so the bone structure can support the weight of the body.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm always still working on that. It's never a perfect science for me, and it's something that should I say it's the steps that I think are best to take when you're drawing, so that way you can build your foundation. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then,
definitely.
Then you can actually get the full scope of the character. Because if you start sometime from the outside, which is fine. That's how some people work. It's perfectly fine. But for me, it's kind of hard because I don't know. I just don't. I just feel like I'm kind of like stamping it. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's just me. I don't know if I said it.
Well, I work from the outside in because I have a final picture in my head of what I want it to look like.
Yeah.
But yeah, anatomically, those creatures probably could not exist in nature.
See, I wish I had that power. I wish I had the power to see exactly what I wanted, and then start from using my steps and going from there. See, what I don't do enough is I don't sketch out my things early, or like plan it out. Sometimes I just jump in and then work from there, and then I just become upset how the outcome came out. So I'm relearning my steps on when it comes to drawing out a page or drawing anything I want is to sketch it out like the fundamentals, sketch it out first and then go from there. So I'm back at that. It's like I've been away from drawing for so long.
Well, for sure, I think I'm one of your biggest fans.
I'm one of your biggest fans.
Oh, you lie.
No, it's true, man. You should. I talk about you all the time. I really do.
Well, I think that we have a very symbiotic relationship because we're always helping each other out. I'm feeling stuck. I always give you a call. I'm constantly sending you pages.
Oh, definitely. I wish I could be sending you as many.
It'll happen.
Yeah. Oh, it's happening. It's happening already.
So some of the new stuff that we're currently working on. So Dimensional Devastation number 2 is I'm almost completed that, and you're working on the covers for that.
Yep.
So this is going to be the first time one of the Mammoth Syndicate books has had 2 different covers. So we'll have one for Mookie, also one for Lilith.
Yeah, and I think you guys will like the new Mookie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we've kind of given her more of a professional wrestler
type of look.
Which is great for me.
Yeah.
And then Lilitu, we've kind of made her. Um,
She's still at work. She's still a
yeah,
little bit of work in progress because it's like I think she also needs a big change. You know what I mean? And her direction, you want to make it simple but exciting. I think and I'm trying to figure that out.
yeah, she's definitely a hard one.
Yeah.
So she's the sister of Lilith,
Yeah.
the werewolf queen, and so she has magic powers. She also is a vampire, but Java City vampires aren't traditional vampires.
Yeah, they're not.
They don't have the same weaknesses or even the same abilities as traditional earthbound vampires.
More like a species type of thing.
Right, species.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do have some abilities that are more than humans, but not so far out there, but enough.
Yeah.
But enough.
Yeah.
Especially when they mix in the magic, then that's when the whole ball game changes.
And so, you mentioned earlier Children of the 12.
Yes.
What is Children of the 12?
Well, Children of the 12 is an idea that I have that I need a lot of work on. But it's basically the concept of that ancient aliens type of theory where, the humans were created on the image of these gods, and eventually these gods had to believe it. But in the meantime, while they were creating the humans and they had their subjects, their slaves, they also had a group of humans that they created that had certain abilities to keep other humans in check. So what happened is that once they left, those abilities became dormant, and soon, basically, now that they're about to return, which is probably God knows how many years, I haven't decided yet. Some of those dormant genes are waking up in some humans, and those humans are basically the children of the 12 original, not deities, but aliens that were here, and that's how we have the 12 different gods that we call different names, because they're all located in different regions of the world at the time. But now these genes are becoming, they're awakening, and all these kids and adults are now having these powers, and they don't know why. So some are using their powers for good, and some are using it for evil, but there are some secret organizations that know the reason behind what's going on. The knowledge was passed. They've been in some kind of power, control of the world for us, whatever, some kind of Illuminati type of. Um, but once people start to realize the reason why these things are happening, now it comes down to which side are they going to choose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that you've been tooling around with this one for a while.
Yeah, for a long time. Since about 2000, and I'll be like, I wasn't even born yet. Probably like 2010, maybe. Yeah, I drew a lot of art for it. But because of personal things that went on in my life, I wasn't able to finish it. But now I'm moving in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
We're moving in that direction, and I also have my son who's going to be helping us out because now he's a very good artist.
Amazing artist.
Yeah,
yeah, for sure.
A lot of French art, but he's still really, really, really good. I would love to see us grow as a team more than anything.
For sure, definitely.
I think not only do we have some good ideas out there, we have the ability to bring people and bring their ideas over so that they can create their things under our umbrella. That'd be a goal for us. That'd be dope. We can actually know when we do achieve that, we know that's gonna happen. So, it's just now I'm more excited than I've ever been because like you see you have a path and a plan.
There's been times where the Mammoth Syndicate's been on a flicker.
Oh my god. I can imagine. Especially the times I didn't know what the hell was going on in this world. But I can imagine, and I'm amazed that you've held on. I really am. I'm so proud of you. Gina's proud of you. I know Rachel's proud of you, like nobody's business. But that's the reason why she married you. We don't get it.
It wasn't for looks.
We have to accept it.
I accept it. Sometimes twice.
No, but I mean, I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. I really am.
Well, this isn't a me show. It's about you.
I get it. I get it. At the same time, though, it might be about talking to me. It's like, we wouldn't be talking to me if it wasn't you, right?
True.
All right, there you go. So, take it. All right, swallow it a little bit.
Well, from here, we also have another book that we're collaborating on called Blank and Betty.
Yes, that one would be fun.
That's one that I've been writing since about around the time you've been writing Children of the 12th. So we have both of these very elaborate stories that we really need to get pencil to paper.
But don't you just love how Blank and Betty look now?
They look amazing.
Oh,
yes, absolutely.
Compared from where they came from?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I was drawing big-headed monsters. I didn't even realize it.
This is the only book that I've probably drawn about 10 times and thrown away every.
Oh my god. I really enjoy what I did with Blank. I like what I like the what do you call it, the sweater hoodie?
Yeah.
You know? He has more personality now.
Mm-hmm.
I know his name is Blank, but just because your name is Blank, it doesn't mean you're you're Blank. It's just he has a lot more personality, and I think in the new drawings, and Betty does too. Betty, I kind of went more the remember Vaj from Star Trek?
Yes.
I kind of went more with her type of style.
Mm.
You know, kind of an
So using the Star
explorer.
Trek reference gets me excited.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I knew it would. I saw the bump.
You can see the twinkle in my eye underneath the sunglasses. Well, I think overall the web comics were pretty popular.
Yeah.
We were getting pretty regular.
It was. It was. Then you guys came on with the cards, man. That shocked me. I'm not gonna lie. To this day, I'm still shocked. And I still don't even understand how to play it.
That's Dimensional Devastation. That'll be in a future video
Oh,
that we'll be going over. But yeah, there's a card game that's based on the Mammoth-Verse. And sorry, I'm not trying to get super
No, it's
close
okay.
to you. I saw myself
I like
a little bit over there. Dimensional Devastation, it's a card game. It's based off the Mammoth-Verse, in which you would have a character, for example, Amon or Mookie. That would be a character that you combat with against other characters, players that are playing other characters. And then essentially there's equipment cards, allies, augments to boost your character and help your character prevail in battle.
you created it.
Yeah, that was a combo of your art,
Yeah.
our art,
Our art together.
and then Damon Pretty was the core designer of the game. Shout out to Damon, it's out there somewhere.
Hey.
And so he came up with the actual playability of it, and worked really well,
Oh man.
extremely well.
I just can't believe that you guys came up with the whole concept, the rule, the strength for each character, what they. I talk about it. That's something I actually talk about often, and I carry the cards with me when I go places. That's for sure. I can feel like I'm famous.
You are famous. Dude, this video is gonna get like 80 views, man.
81. We'll go back to 81.
So, when did you originally start drawing?
I started drawing back in Portugal when I was probably about 4 years old. My father actually bought me my first comics then. They weren't comics, but they were more like hard copies, and they were like huge books, and it was a set of 5. It was about this jungle guy. It was like some jungle in space, you know. He got weird lizards, stuff like that, and it was all hand drawn and then painted. And that's when I really started looking into it. My father was an artist too, so he was always painting, always watching. When I came to America, um, I first got introduced to American comics from my uncle when he gave me Green Lantern. The fake Green Lantern, my favorite. Um, that was it. Now, I think I was about 9 years old at the time, and ever since then, I've been drawing, and it's, plus I'm kind of I like staying home a lot. You know, I like having my things around me, so staying home and drawing all day was never a problem. Even though I loved going out, don't get me wrong. But that's when I took it. I don't think I was taking it serious. I was taking it more as a hobby. Um, but because I had seen my father paint, draw, I used to draw a little bit when I was younger. Yeah, I took, you know, I love these. I love the story. I love the characters. I don't know. I feel like if I could learn to draw them, I could come closer. I think that's what it started. You know what I mean? These characters that might be on paper or these characters that I could create. So I just never stopped it ever since then. I've literally drawn almost every day until when I got started getting sick. But that's basically it. That's when I started around. Took it serious on 9.
And favorite Green Lantern?
I really don't have a favorite Green Lantern.
I'm a Kyle Rayner.
I like Kyle. Don't get me wrong, I like Kyle. I like Stewart. I also like Hal Jordan.
Yeah, John Stewart.
I like Hal Jordan too, you know.
Guy Gardner though.
Guy Gardner's he's interesting though, you know. And then you have the corpse, you know. It's just for me, I love that idea of that you can create anything with your mind,
Yeah,
and then you can travel the stars. I mean, what's nothing better than that, you know? You never be lonely.
that's true.
You know?
Well, so did you start collecting comic books as well?
Yeah, after you gave me those 6 issues of Green Lantern, so it was like 2 Green Lantern comics, one had Guy Gardner in it, and the other one was Green Lantern Corpse. I started buying them at the corner store. Then from then on, I started buying them at the comic shop. So back then, $10 could get you 10 comics.
It sure
you know?
could. Yeah.
So or more sometimes, especially if you get the 25-cent bin ones and stuff like that. So I stacked up a collection really quick. Then I started hitting comic conventions. That's when you would go there with $50, come out with 200 comics easy. With those, you know, little 25-cent racks, stuff like that. So I mean, I at one time I had a collection of about close to 5,000 comics.
5,000.
Yeah, 5,000. I just recently got rid of my collection, about a little bit over 3,000 comics.
Those had the Venom collection.
It had the Venoms.
Yeah, I remember you showing me some screenshots.
Yeah. Wow, I forgot about that.
I was trying to figure out which organ I could sell and get those from.
What Venom ones are you talking about?
You sent me the Carnage. Sent me pictures of the Carnage.
Oh, I sold those a long time ago. This was way back.
Dude, it all runs together.
Yes. Well, during I used to sell them during the Infinity War, the Infinity movies, because I had all the Infinity runs.
Oh,
I had
right,
the first
okay.
appearances, I had all that. So I'll sell them for like 100 a pop. Two suits, you know.
That was a good time to be reselling.
I didn't realize that I had the first. I knew that for a good minute. I had the first Taskmaster, you know. But now it's like my hobbies are shifted again, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Now for me, it's everything is Star. I really love Star Trek. Star Trek and Star Wars right now. Stargate. That's my world right now.
Yeah, I definitely watch a lot of Star Trek, and I like to complain about Star Wars. And yes, sir.
Yeah, Stargate, Star Trek are Pluto guys. They love it.
Well, Stargate Atlantis is probably one of my favorite shows of all time.
It's so good.
I love that show.
I'm so glad I got you to watch that.
I was very
Yeah, You have no idea how hard I was trying. And I was so shocked when you said I like it. It's pretty good.
People actually are shocked when I say.
It's like a great accomplishment. I introduced something.
Hey, well, I will say that the indie game is really strong right now. Man.
Yes.
It's insanely strong. Like
Yes.
these creators, they're doing something different these days.
They have to. Because we can't keep reusing the same.
Well, I haven't picked up a mainstream comic probably 2 years now. I've been exclusively independent.
Yeah.
Mostly because they're fun to read. They're new characters, and these are from people that are, just putting their heart and soul into this work. It's not a corporate crunch for
That's
dollars.
right. It's not. It's just an expression of love, man. And they're making some amazing stuff. Some of the books you just did a review on, oh my god, man, they're so good. So good, man. I don't even know how you found it, to be honest with you.
Well, I had the opportunity to go to MegaCon, so I picked up issues there.
Yeah.
And then I know Enzo. Enzo's a friend of mine. He's owner of Blackbird Comics in Maitland.
Uh-huh.
He's the creator of Gut Ghost. And
Oh man, that was a good one.
one of the best comic characters ever made in my opinion. That character has no great potential. It's hilarious. Disgusting.
That'd be such a good Adult Swim cartoon.
Yeah, right? Applehead versus Gut Ghost. So, as far as the Mammoth Syndicate goes, what would you like for us to work on there?
I think what we need to do is wrap up the stuff that we started, and then explode again from the beginning.
Right. We definitely like to
Literally rehash it all with not new origins, maybe the same origins but told different, more detailed. Show that we've grown more, and I think we have so many ideas. I think we need to
well, clearing the back burner.
yeah,
That's a good start. We
yeah.
got a lot of books.
Yeah, we do, and I think we really, I think we have the potential to do it correct.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Doing it right, doing it the way we should have done it. 'Cause we didn't know what we were doing.
No, we had no clue. We had no money.
Still though.
People told us that. No.
Yeah.
Are you wasting your time? No one's gonna want to do that. It's like, well, hey, what do you do?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But and it's not about trying to get anyone's approval. We're trying to get our own approval.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's basically we want to make something that we love, and hopefully you like it too. That's basically it. If you don't, that's fine. We're not gonna lose sleep over it.
Oh, we've already been torn up. Some of that early Mammoth Syndicate stuff, we were absolutely manhandled on the internet.
Stale. I was drawing stale characters. Everything would work out.
But Russ was still perfect.
That's all that matters. As long as they're balanced.
So you're like that. What was the guy that did the perfect circle?
Oh, Leonardo da Vinci.
You're like that only with kids.
Yeah, whatever, man.
You're the Leonardo of kids.
Yeah, edit that part.
I think as long as you don't curse within the first 30 seconds.
Man.
Okay, so favorite Mammoth Syndicate book?
Ooh. I think the first one. Because it was the first. I've never had anything printed
Well, I chose those characters too because those are my favorite ones to draw.
Really?
Laszlo and
Really? Laszlo still to this day?
yeah,
Really?
yeah.
He's so complicated.
He is the football head. You can't do.
Oh, Laszlo. Okay.
You can't do good side angles very well. It's like drawing. It's like drawing Stewie from Family Guy, only less funny.
I started redoing him also.
Stewie.
No, Laszlo. I started redoing him also. Try to give him more. Because it looked too plain. You know what I'm saying? So I try to give him more like shape, armor, and make it more infused into his body.
Yeah,
That's what it is now. But I wanted to infuse it more like a kind of like zombie-ish type of threat look to it.
because when we made Laszlo, I didn't really know how I was going to make him.
Yeah.
I knew he needed to be a cyborg,
Yeah.
but I needed some other stuff in there too, so I just added things that I later figured out what they were.
Exactly. That's how characters are born, though, right?
Yeah.
You know. I gave him a mouth though.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gave him a just like a sharp toothed, little cybernetic mouth.
Mm.
Just so he can speak. And I don't know. It just seems, for me, it seems that it would be a little bit more scary to look at.
Mm. So maybe new Laszlo could lead to like a Red Colony 3.
Oh, definitely.
Because I love that character, Adam.
Adam is really cool,
Yeah.
and he's actually a fun character to draw. And I started doing some designs on him also. But yeah, I think you're gonna like the new Laszlo, and you're gonna like the new Adam. Definitely.
Cool. Yeah, I definitely look forward to that. So, as far as I just lost my train of thought. Well, as far as the Mammoth Syndicate goes, I think we'll be able to probably finish the Dimensional Devastation book. I mean, hopefully I'm not speaking bad right now, but maybe by the end of the year.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I can see that. I can see it, but honestly, by fall time, I can see us doing it if we really put our time into it. Now that I have more of a set schedule, it's easier for me to work around that. Before, I didn't have that set schedule. I had multiple job requirements that I had to take care of. But I'm excited because now I have more free time in my hands.
Yeah.
It's been a while. And more free mind.
But we've never really stopped though collaborating.
We never have. We just took long pauses. More on my end than yours, but still, it's just long pauses that we could have gotten a lot of things done. But hey, it's where we're heading now, right? It's what we're doing now.
And it's the quality of the work.
And
too.
it's the quality, and for good reason. And honestly, the quality is going to be so much better now. It'll be so much better, and that's what's exciting.
Definitely.
What about you? What's your favorite character? What's your favorite book?
Okay, so my favorite book would be Cowboy Diplomacy. Yeah, that was hard. That one was a challenge.
But you did it.
Yeah, that was a challenge to pull off. And now my favorite character though, probably Applehead. Yeah.
I can see that. Applehead is you.
Yeah, I mean that's where I got that perfect six pack.
Yeah.
I stood in front of the mirror and
I figured.
Yeah.
I figured. I knew you always wanted to wear tights and fight like Bruce Lee.
I did. And I
Yeah,
do.
you still do.
It's a little tighter, but yeah. And Applehead's fun to draw too because it's the simplistic nature of him, but the stuff that you can make him do, it's pretty.
Yeah.
But I also, I guess I do like the Kung Fu characters a little better.
Oh, that's so much fun.
I like Frog Genius.
Eel is fun to draw.
Oh yeah, the Eel Shocker.
This is that smoke guy? What's his name? Arthur? No, the smoke. He's Latin. The Mist with the hockey man.
Oh, that's Prometheus.
Prometheus, yeah. He's fun. The T-Rex.
Yeah, Thomas.
Awesome. Oh.
Yeah, so some of those characters are kind of based off my old high school friends from Jacksonville. Maybe that's why I'm a little attached to the characters. But the Joppa City characters are also a lot of fun.
So who's the frog?
Frog is my buddy Jeremy,
Really?
and we called him Frog. Yeah, so like a 2-for-1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does he know?
of course he does.
Awesome. That's so cool.
And the T-Rex is actually Damon.
No freaking way.
Yeah.
Which one are you?
Well,
Oh, that's right. They're the villains.
no, actually, honestly, Applehead is a spoof off of Iron.
Got it. Well, yeah, I figured that.
He has the same color.
Yeah.
He has kind of the same power pool as Iron Fist. Yeah, so because one of my first comics that I like to read was Deadly Hands of Kung Fu
Gotcha.
back in the day, the
You
70s.
got the Kung Fu influence. Mine's just Green Lantern. You're the Kung Fu. Makes sense.
But I love Green Lantern too. Kung Fu Master with a Green Lantern ring.
Oh, man. Can't beat that.
Well, so as far as it's indie books, what type of indie books do you normally go for?
I mean, honestly, Josh, I have not bought indie books in a good minute. Most of the stuff I see probably online. And I've been seeing a lot more anime because that's what my son has been introducing me. So the only indie stuff that I've been learning about is mostly through you.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So that is the honest truth. I'm not gonna make nothing up.
But the indie books that I've been showing you though, we can both agree those are
Oh, dude, the Tuskegee one was amazing.
Oh, Tuskegee, yeah, it's Tuskegee
my
Airs. That was an amazing graphic novel, well written. The art was phenomenal. I think I even said in the video, there were times where I even forgot I was reading it.
Yeah.
The art was so freaking good.
It was so amazing. And I like how it just switched to the Robotech type of style.
Yes, that
That
definitely
threw me off. I
surprised
never
me.
knew that was coming.
Yeah, that was awesome. That transformation, that transformation mode. Yeah, it was great. And actually, I've already dived into issue 2, and it's even better.
Man, can't wait to see it. That Ghost Guts, man.
Yeah,
That I can't say much about that. That book was amazing. The art was amazing. The concept was amazing. Because I mean, who thinks about stuff like that, right?
yes, exactly.
You have to be on a different plane of existence to even come up with something like that. Can't do nothing but respect.
And actually, the team up with Saturday Bunny.
Come on, man. I need to be on that stuff. I need that stuff.
But yeah, I'm thinking as far as the indie scene now, I think it's stronger than it's been.
Of course.
I see more out there, and the guys out there, they're really stepping their game
Yeah.
up.
There's so many great artists out there, Josh, and honestly, they haven't always had the ability or the ways to have their stuff put out there. But now there's so many options. There's so many ways to get your stuff out there, inexpensive ways. So there's an explosion of
Definitely.
creativity happening. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has the ability to express themselves now, and just because you may work for all these big companies and you're doing all their art, it doesn't mean you're there because you're the best. There's so many great artists out there.
I have to agree. Yeah.
More than there's over there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I definitely would agree with that statement. Just because you work there, it doesn't mean you're the best.
No.
It doesn't mean
That
you're
even
the
sucks.
second.
I mean, honestly, it's who you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes, most of the time, when it comes to that.
And some of the stories I find in mainstream, they're just a bit lackluster in comparison to the, I guess, comics that I used to.
Yeah, because they have to stick to certain guidelines they can't cross because it may damage their image or change their image. But you don't have those restrictions. You're free to express the way you want to express. Then, I mean, the sky's the limit, right?
Yes.
There's nothing holding you back. And you just have to be ready to, either, how should I say it? It's up to you whether you're going to accept it or not. It's up to the reader. That you have an option. You don't have to decide to
Mhm.
get the stuff.
I was actually asked why I don't say what I don't like about the comic in my reviews, and it's really simple. First is that there's already multiple channels bashing comics,
Yeah.
so we don't need another dude with a beard bashing comic books. There's a lot of those. And secondly, the indie art is a lot different from mainstream because these first off, art is very subjective.
Yeah.
So what I may think looks amazing, some may think is complete garbage.
Yeah.
Um,
Like I tell you all the time.
but it's true.
Yeah.
So there's no way that I would. Well, first off, if I just didn't like the comic, I probably just wouldn't review it.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't say anything.
Of
about
course,
it
you
at
just
all.
let it go.
Yeah, it's okay. That was a read, but I don't feel the need to bash it. But
Yeah.
as far as the art, I've loved all the art and everything. If it's right for the book, it's right for the book.
Exactly.
It doesn't really matter if it's a Rembrandt or
That's right. It
Comfort.
doesn't matter. It's like you said it perfectly. If it's right for the book, it's right for the book. Your art is right for the book. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. To trust you that just because you don't see it doesn't mean that we don't. That's what we appreciate about it. But like we're gonna be our worst critic. We're always gonna be our worst critic. So that's something you just have to accept and swallow and move on. You're fine. You're country. When you see your art, that's good.
yeah,
It's like-
it is very stylized.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's the same way with your work. I can always tell if it's yours.
Yeah, because
And I colored your work for so
Oh,
long
yes.
that I could do that blindfolded.
yes. But I'm gonna try to give you more challenges.
I welcome that.
No, I know, definitely. I'm excited.
The more art that flows in, the more we can do with it.
Yeah.
Because I don't throw anything.
And I think this time around we should do different. We should try to use different. Oh, we're gonna do it anyways. But we're gonna use different digital formats, pastels, make some black and whites, some colors. You get colors the way they are with your amazing effects. But I just want to be able to tell when we tell our stories. We're gonna be able to tell it. I guess I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. We're gonna be able to tell it. We're gonna express it correctly this time. Not just gonna color it and push it away. No, we're gonna make sure the whole process, the page, is gonna fit exactly what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
That's something that I feel like I learned. Before we just draw, color, but leave it there. We didn't put any moods to it. I didn't put in the expression. Sometimes I had no background.
Yeah.
You have to do all that.
Yeah, that's when I was starting to figure out how to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's like
But that was a good thing because I've gotten pretty good at that.
yeah, it was a learning curve.
Yeah.
Everything was we was rushing ourselves. But what I'm trying to say is that we're just gonna give you guys a better product. We're gonna tell a better story, and that's what's exciting. That's something we have to look forward to, and we just hope you guys are along to enjoy it. That's what we're hoping. We're looking for that 80-second view. That's what's important.
Yep. The 80-second one. 80-second one. I'll be keeping tabs. We'll find out.
We're gonna do that, just like you did it.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels. Well, I think this has been a pretty good interview. What do you think?
I think it's been a lot of fun. I've been nervous the whole day. Losing my mind.
Well, I told you I was going to come over.
I'm glad you did, man. I'm so excited to see you guys in a while, I'm so happy I got to feed you guys.
Oh, that was definitely. Well, I was about to pass out, so we wouldn't have made it through 10 minutes.
No.
All right, well, I think that that conclude it?
That's been awesome. Bro.
All right, Syndicate members, my buddy Paulo. So
Love you,
yeah,
guys.
he is real. A lot of people thought that I created Paulo as a alter ego to explain where all this art was coming from, but yeah, he is a legitimate person. He's been DNA tested.
23andMe.
So next time, I think next on my list is Tuskegee Airs #2, and then I think we're going to be doing a special memorial video too. That's going to be coming out soon. So between the known and the unknown, last the mammoth. I'll see you next time.